Hello everyone, this is Ashley. We're going to be doing the weekly love quickie for the week of the 27th of August. We're going to do water, fire, air, and earth in that order. And so you can check the description box down below for timestamps for each of the individual zodiac signs. I recommend you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements to see if one or a couple of them resonate with you in your situation. I'm going to be using a couple of different oracle decks here just to get us some more details, and then we'll pull some tarot as well. So we're going to get started with water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So let's get going. And I will show you the cards as I get to each of the signs. I'm just going to get them out here to get started. And we'll see what comes up. And the oracle decks are pre-shuffled, so you can certainly skip the shuffling part as I get in between each of the elements. And there will be like a fall bonus love reading for each of the signs as well, so keep an eye out for that. That'll actually be coming out over this weekend and into the beginning of next week. I'll be sure to get all of those done so that you can have a look at September, October, November time frame for love. These cards are very sticky. All right. Okay, Cancer, let's see what we have here. We have the Empress, the Four of Swords, and the Lovers. So definitely love coming through here. We also have step out of your comfort zone, so the North Node. So some sort of destined event taking place here. We have trust, and then we have financial issues are a factor in your love life right now with finances and career. So it does look like somebody in this dynamic is taking a step into their destiny. Could very well be the feminine energy, because we do have the Empress. Someone is trying to work and heal their finances, especially with that trust moon coming out. It's kind of like, you can kind of see on the card, these two ducks are waiting for their egg to hatch, and the egg actually sits below the nest, and it's like kind of a curled up feminine down in that like see-through egg. And so I do feel like abundance is coming in. We have that Empress here. Something new is being birthed. Now, for some of you, I feel like what's actually happening here is that this reading may be for a feminine with that Empress that has been healing and is waiting for new love to come in. And in that situation, the finances and career card that's coming out here, I feel like is more of like a like the Five of Pentacles, so kind of like this, like lack consciousness coming through. And so I feel like that is something that's being healed at this time, because I do feel like a new prospect is coming in with the Lovers here. You may actually have a choice to make in love, that was perhaps something you were hoping for, but is still somehow a bit unexpected. Now, so I'm kind of getting both of those scenarios. This is either a couple that is actually struggling financially and is hoping for a new beginning, both in the relationship and just in the dynamics of the relationship. So if you share a home or, you know, paid the bills together, that kind of thing, I do feel like that's coming in. But someone here, if that is your story, needs to kind of step outside the box a little bit. Do something different, because you're being challenged, because I'm seeing the 32 here, so that reduces to a 5. There's a lot of change happening in this dynamic. But I'm also getting that this could be a single feminine energy that is waiting for love to come in. And I do feel like with this egg moon, that may very well be coming in soon. As you can see, that moon is nearly full. And we have, if that is your story, it's a destined relationship with that North Node. So that's looking pretty good there for both scenarios, depending on which one might apply to you. All right, Scorpio. We have the Two of Swords, the Chariot, and the Three of Wands. Could be dealing with a Cancer. And I do feel like there's a bit of a choice here, taking a leap of faith. You can see in this depiction of the Three of Wands, someone is leaping off of a cliff, kind of ready to dive in to the water here, dive into their emotions. And I feel like it's coming in fast, but there's a choice. You can see this Two of Swords has two paths, two rivers here. Now, with the Oracle, we have the end of a tough cycle approaches with the full moon in Capricorn. We have the waxing gibbous, and it says will. And then we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So I do feel like there's a chance in this relationship that this could be someone that you are different from, or is not your typical type. Could be someone from a different culture or background. And I feel like there's a bit of stubborn energy coming in here with this will and this Capricorn. There's a lot of work going on, and that could be proving as part of a distraction for you. But I also feel like there's this hesitancy for this potential love coming in because it is different. And you may even have met this person in the work environment. I think you're probably both fairly strong-willed, but I think what you're being guided to do here, you can see like her dress is like the starry night, and there's these curtains on either side, and she is wearing a mask. So I think it's kind of encouraging you to look maybe a little bit into your own doubt, shadow self. Like, are you being stubborn about this? Are you kind of keeping this blindfold on, which is normally what the Two of Swords depicts in traditional tarot? Are you keeping this blindfold on because it's not necessarily something you expected, or is forcing you out of your comfort zone because of that. Keep an open mind. So I would lose the stubbornness, reflect on it, but I think you're being asked to take a leap of faith here. And it could very well be fire, air energy, or even a Cancer coming in there, Scorpio. Okay, Pisces. Let's see, we have the World, the Six of Cups, and the Mother of Wands. So there's definitely been a cycle that has completed here for you. But I do feel like you're attracting in a soulmate. I really like this depiction of the World because we not only have the Ouroboros, which talks about that endless cycle of death and rebirth, but we also have the sacred geometry of the flower of creation at the center there. And so something new is definitely, it's like you step through this portal and you're bringing in your manifestation. Especially if you've been trying to call in a soulmate. I do feel like that's what's coming with that Six of Cups. And I also feel like there's a good chance that the ending you've experienced was with a soulmate as well. We do have you deserve love, protection with the waning crescent, and emotions are running high with the super moon. So to me, that super moon is like that big ending that happened with the World card. And it was probably a painful situation, a lot of emotions there. But with a super moon, full moon, it is like a lot was illuminated for you in whatever this past relationship was. And I do feel like with whatever's coming in next, could be a Sagittarius. We do have fire energy here. Water sign, fire sign, yep. Could also be one of the fixed signs. I'm getting Sagittarius because of this. You see how she's holding a bow and arrow? But I think there's some aspect to this where you could potentially be, because this is the waning crescent, so you could potentially be just in this kind of like protected healing zone. After that past relationship ended, that moon is slowly moving into the dark moon or the new moon. And so I do feel like that's coming in. It may not necessarily be this week. So I'd pay attention to that over the next few weeks to see how that is shifting. That looks nice, and good on you for completing this difficult cycle that you've brought to an end. All right, let's move on to fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for the week of the 27th. We had some really interesting love scenarios come through for the general readings too for the month of September. So if you haven't checked those out yet, you might take a peek. Let's give it 2 more here. this deck. It's just really kind of sticky, the cardstock. Alright, Aries. What do you have here? Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups. We also have past life relationship, darkness, and you are good enough. Interesting. Kind of what I'm feeling from this is I feel like you've probably gone through some sort of cycle that was dealing with your self-worth in some way. Because we have the You Are Good Enough full moon in Virgo, and then we go into the long night moon or the dark moon. And so I do feel like you've potentially encountered someone that you have known in a past life. So it would be a very strong soul connection here. And you can see that there's quite a bit of passion going on there in that depiction. But I think what is going on, you've probably, I kind of feel like this particular situation has thrown you into a bit of a dark night of the soul. Looking into, your own self-confidence. There's something so strong about this relationship that I feel like it kind of threw you for a loop. And now you're kind of in this space of having to really look at yourself and build your own confidence and your own self-worth so that you can even fully accept this relationship that's come through for you. And I'm seeing it here as well. It's like with this Four of Pentacles, that's typically like a guarded energy. And I feel like you've walked away from this person into that dark night with that Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups that we're walking into the darkness and the mountains under just the light of the moon. But what's positive here is that we have this Wheel of Fortune, right? So something about this, I feel like you're about to come out of this phase where you've been maybe a bit guarded, kind of protecting your heart. So this could have been a really strong connection that you've encountered that's kind of thrown you for a loop when it comes to your own self-love and that kind of thing, because we can't accept the love of another without having first loved ourselves, right? And there are certain individuals that we will encounter that will bring up some of that shadow side in us. And it could very well be because they are such a good match. It kind of ignites that dark night of the soul kind of energy. I do feel like that's coming to an end. But a lot of what this dark moon talks about is just kind of, relaxing into that healing that you're experiencing while in that kind of void kind of energy. And as that healing happens, you'll come out of that void naturally and be able to move forward yet again. Whether it's with this person or with someone new, but I do feel like that turn of events happening there, I think something's opening up. Now, as far as what signs you might be dealing with a Virgo, one of the fixed signs, so Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo could also be a water sign, earth sign. All right, what am I on? Leo. We have the Three of Swords, the Sun, so there's you, Leo, and the Ace of Swords. Very nice. And then we're also getting attraction, action, and your hard work is paying off. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, another Leo, or an air sign. That's coming through pretty clearly here. So you've had this heartbreak in the past. But I think what's showing up here is that you've really taken on some work when it comes to your own happiness and kind of not only seeing yourself clearly, but looking at others with more clarity. Because with the Ace of Swords and the Sun, there's a lot of illumination that's going on there. There's healing that's happening, and possibly healing from a truth in the past that kind of came up and might have shaken your foundations a little bit and caused you some heartbreak here with the Three of Swords. And so, but what I like about it with this depiction of the Three of Swords, you know, we have the heart that's been kind of stabbed through with the Three Swords. But look at all that light that's kind of flowing out from that heart. It's like it broke your heart open, and has given you some clarity. Now, I do feel like because you have taken the time to look at and get clear on yourself and heal from this heartbreak situation, by taking that action and working on yourself, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and we have that Capricorn new moon. And so something new is on the horizon here. I'm not immediately seeing a person come in right now, but I do feel like it's like you're in that phase of the magician, you know, kind of manifesting it at this time. But it's the work that you've been doing on yourself that is bringing that in. Now you can see that this action card is the waxing gibbous, and that moon is just nearly full. This is really pretty artwork too. She's got this crazy flowing giant dress. Almost looks like a flower. But that moon is almost full. So I do feel like if you aren't yet dealing with someone and you've been doing, you know, the self-work, I feel like that moon is going to come to a full moon in a short amount of time, and something new will be illuminated at the full moon. Could just be, you know, in the next week or so, because it's nearly there, right? I mean, it almost looks full on camera here. So I feel like if you've been doing some hard work, taking a good hard look at yourself after a hard breakup or separation that may have happened, that work that you're doing on yourself is attracting in what you want. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. It says, let your friends help you. Focus. And you're very close to achieving your goal, which is interesting. We have two waxing gibbous moons here. So almost full, just like that Leo reading. We have the Five of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Tower. Wow. So something big came in and zapped you here. Could very well be dealing with a Scorpio with Tower and the Judgment here. The Judgment is a very Plutonic card, but there's been a lot of transformation that has happened, and it's been a result of some kind of shocking rejection here that took place. Something that left you feeling like you were out in the cold, and kind of abandoned. Some sort of like abandonment wound could have easily been triggered here. And it could very well be that this big shock is kind of what has you focused on what's coming in next. Because it looks like you've been doing the work. With 2 gibbous moons, you're nearly to your manifestation. And I do feel like you've been spending maybe a lot of time with friends in your community. It could even be that you've been dating with this card. But I think that friendships in themselves have played a big part in whatever breakdown this was that happened. Because it looks like a massive shift. You've got 2 major arcana there. And so that's been a big change that's come through. So you'll know that's your reading if that has been something you've experienced. Scorpio, earth sign. We also have, let's see. Yeah, that's about what I'm getting there. It doesn't have to be. Could be dealing with a water sign here, because if you look at this depiction of the gibbous moon, it says focus. And there's that kind of bubble of water. It almost looks like her head is halfway underwater in this bubble. And she has a butterfly sitting on her 3rd eye. And so lots of transformation. Could be dealing with a water sign. But I also feel like where your focus goes is where your energy flows. And so keep that in mind over the next week or so. If you have a real idea of what you're looking for, you know, I think your manifestations are probably a bit off the chain right now. So that's what I'm getting for Sagittarius. Let's move on to the air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's that 3 of Wands again. Alright. Gemini. Let's see what we got. We have the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. Also seeing the number 44, so 4s might be playing, might be a synchronicity for you. You have new love. A new person has stirred romantic feelings. Could be dealing with a Pisces. fire sign or air sign here. And looks like you've not only attracted them in, but there's a lot of attraction that's happening in this new relationship. Could just be dating. For me, it feels like this is probably a fairly fresh relationship. And it does feel like with this Pisces full moon, it says balance spirituality and practicality. I do feel like there's a possibility that you've been involved in a relationship in the past that has potentially come to an end. Could have been with a Pisces, doesn't have to be. But it does feel like whoever this reading is for has probably been working with some law of attraction type of practice. So that may or may not apply to you. And I feel like you've been kind of waiting to see if this person was going to show up. And I do think they have arrived. You may even have more than one here with 2 pages coming through. But kind of what I'm getting here, there's a lot of flirting going on. There's a lot of texting going on, emails. It kind of almost feels like you're trying to contact one another throughout the day as much as possible. So, you know, a little bit obsessed with one another, which is always fun at the beginning of something new. So that's looking really good, Gemini. Did I already talk about what signs? Fire, air, specifically a Pisces. All right. Doesn't have to be. Let's see. Libra. We have the Mother of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and the Devil. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have the Blue Moon, the unexpected. So something, some shocking soulmate is coming in. That's looking lovely. Check this out. Unexpected soulmate on the horizon. It does look like, however, with the South Node, it says don't let the past hold you back. And this Devil energy coming in, I do feel like you probably have a relationship, or at least the energy of someone that you've been in a relationship with before that is still kind of hanging around. And I say that it's an ending, you know, someone you are not currently with, because we do have the 9 of Pentacles. So I believe you're single. So who I'm reading for is a single person. And I do believe you can see, at least on a intuitive level, that someone important is coming in. But something about it, I'm sure, once it arrives, it still shocks you. It's like you step through this portal. Now, if you think about it, we just had the blue moon with the 2 Aquarius full moons that came in back to back. That was a pretty big deal, a pretty big portal. I did readings on that. And it does look like you're kind of going to step through this portal and meet an unexpected soulmate here. So that's looking lovely, Libra. Awesome. Let's move on to Aquarius. We have the Mother of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. And we have the energy is gaining momentum with the waxing moon. We also have the waning gibbous, self-reflection. Look at this artwork. It's pretty cool. and worth waiting for. So what I'm getting from this, I feel like someone has ended a relationship here. You've been cut out. Or you have cut someone out. Now take it as it resonates. But Aquarius, I kind of feel like you could be dealing with another air sign. We have or earth here. So it really could be any sign. But I feel like someone here was cut out because there was some shady behavior going on. And because this has ended, this connection has ended, I feel like it forced some self-reflection on both parts, on both sides. But specifically for the person that was being sneaky. It's kind of created a scenario where something that was once extremely stable, abundant, it was like the connection, right? Because of whatever deceit, lies, it doesn't even have to be outright lies. It could just be like sabotage techniques or that were even unconscious, or you know, could have been outright cheating and lies that happened. I mean, take it as it resonates. But whenever this got cut out by this Queen of Swords, it forced a pause button and a self-reflection for one or both of you. And it's kind of interesting in these cards how in this one there's two women, and in this one it's like two women holding hands, looking and not looking into the mirror. So I feel like there's a good possibility here that someone cheated, and because they've now been cut out, there's some reflection that is happening. Now with this energy is gaining momentum, that more feels like, if you can see, I'm really noticing these birds on this card, which is like, it's almost like ideas or communication. It could be just that self-reflection process, but something about this reflection time period is kind of forcing divine timing here, because there's some mountain that's being climbed here. These birds are flying up this direction. And so I really feel like that's going to be a lot about self-discovery for whomever was maybe unfaithful. So that's an interesting one. Like I said, you can flip and reverse that as you see fit. All right, let's move on to Earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's quite an interesting mix today. Let's do two more. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for the week of August 27th. that blue moon again. Capricorn. Okay, Taurus, let's see what we got here. Well, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Star, and the Two of Cups. That's looking amazing. A dream come true union here. And I love this Star card. You can see she's like gazing into a pool. So whatever's coming in for Taurus is looking pretty good. Could very well be a higher level of commitment. Doesn't have to be an engagement, but somebody could be coming in wanting to commit. The answers you need are coming. Could be a Gemini, as we have the Gemini full moon. Could be in Aquarius, earth sign, or water sign. And we have the Beauty card. So it's kind of almost like, to me, it almost feels like this sigh of relief. Like perhaps you've kind of been waiting for some kind of communication from this person. Like you've had your eye on them. And I'm pretty sure you think pretty highly of this person. And you can see here that even in the engagement card here, there's like a couple of notes off to the side. So I do feel like you've been waiting to hear from this person. And it says the answers you need are coming. So I think that's a really positive sign that this person is going to come in and communicate very soon. And with the Two of Cups, the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, I mean, I don't know that you can really ask for a better connection than that. Abundant, it's destined. This is a very destined relationship. Could be a very strong soulmate connection with the Two of Cups. And I love on the Two of Cups how the two snakes are intermingling and twisting together as they rise. So could very well be activating some kundalini activity for you and your person. So that's like a nice Taurus. Let's look at Virgo. We have the Page of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. And we also have give your relationship a chance, patience, and believe in the impossible. Okay. So I feel like whoever this reading is for, the abundance is coming. So this is the green corn moon, and it's like the corn isn't quite ready for picking, right? And so like there's like this waiting period to get to the abundance. We also have believe in the impossible. So this could be something, a relationship in particular that you've had in the past. You could be in separation with this person. And it could almost feel like it'd be a shot in the dark for this to actually work out in the future. Because, I mean, we're talking about once in a blue moon or believe in the impossible. Something about this last set of full moons has probably activated this in a positive direction, Virgo. So I do feel like positive things are on the horizon. Abundance is on the horizon for this relationship, and you know, just having some patience and a willingness to work on this. Just give your relationship a chance. But I will say that we have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Swords. So someone is going to come in and communicate with you about a new passionate beginning. And I do feel like it's something you've been hoping for. You probably just felt like it was very unlikely. And so I think that's coming in. Could be dealing with air, fire, water here is what I'm seeing. But I think it's just having a matter, you know, having some patience for this to come in. But I think this person's been keeping an eye on you. I do think they're going to come forward and communicate. That lovely new Ace of Wands, so that's lovely. Dream come true there. All right, Capricorn, we have the World, the Ace of Cups, and Judgment. I feel like the World and Judgment, or maybe it was Judgment and the Tower came out together. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or one of the fixed signs. Very strong Scorpio going on there. We also have communication is key, discernment, and extend your lighthearted energies to others. So I do feel like there's a lot of flirting that's going to be happening with this new beginning. I do feel like this is a new person. Could be dealing with a Gemini as well. But with this Ace of Cups here, I think there's going to be a lot of flirting going on. I do feel like it's a new relationship. I do feel like it has really good emotional potential. But I think really what I'm getting through this, I think what needs to happen in this specific interaction is that communication piece. We have both discernment and judgment. And so I think you're looking for something specific. I think you're specifically wanting certain aspects of a relationship to support you. And so I think while it's, let me start over. I think it's a good idea to, you know, allow for the lighthearted flirting, you know, do a lot of talking, get to know this person. But I don't think it's a bad idea to perhaps, you know, just kind of observe, pay attention, and see if it aligns with what you want. I do think it's got some really positive potential here with the Ace of Cups, right? But I think probably when you go into this relationship and it's flirty, and something about this is like maintaining your own sense of authenticity. It's like, just because it's flirty and fun, I wouldn't necessarily accept less than what you deserve, right? You know, don't be tempted to do that just because of the thrill of the moment. And I think if you're using really good discernment, that it's going to be a very positive interaction here and could turn into something big. And I think part of why, like, all this communication and discernment and judgment is here is because you've already kind of been through a cycle with the World here. This could also be someone who lives at a distance or is from another culture or country, and you happen to meet either online or in person. But you've kind of already been through a cycle. So you know what you want and you know what you don't want, is what I'm saying. And it's good. It's a good opportunity to allow this Ace of Cups to kind of build into something just by using more of your communication skills. Whether it's, you know, serious conversations or fun flirting, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so that's what I have. We've done all the zodiac signs. I hope you guys have a great week. Have a great weekend. And good luck with all of your love situations and relationships. I hope you found that helpful. And keep an eye out for the zodiac specific love readings. Those have been interesting as I've been doing those as well. So I hope you'll check them out. And I will see you next time. Bye.